So City, the only news I'm seeing here is Emerson going to Galatasaray. Sorry,
You can see
Ederson.
Ederson, yeah. You can see
Yeah,
Galatasaray are building that squad, like you said. Like I said, they are building that squad. They don't care. They are building.
Ederson is going to retire. He's going to that's pension. That's a pension shift he's
He's
going
still
to
a
do in
decent
Galatasaray.
keeper. He's not the worst keeper out there. He's still a decent keeper. He can give you 1 or 2 good years. Good on his feet, give you some assists, some good passes, you know. And he's not going to be facing the best strikers in the world every week in, week out. So it'll be fine.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's that's semi-retirement. You understand? It's not. That's not a challenge. And then James Trafford is coming back to City, and to me,
That's
I
a
think
very good keeper.
that's
Very,
that.
very. If that happens,
No,
so,
but
so
do you think James Trafford could hold the line for City as a number one goalkeeper in
go
the
and
world?
ask, go and ask Obama about Jim Trafford. Go and ask. Have you watched the video in under 20? Last on the upper
Yes,
under 20 when
yes.
Kopama
But it
said
was it was the same
Kopama came
Trafford
out
we
to
saw at Burnley.
testify.
It was the
Well,
same Trafford we saw at
yes,
Burnley.
now that kept 12 clean sheets, straight clean
Do you
sheets, 12
think
back to back to back to back.
do you think Trafford
Is that
can
now?
be in a
Mhm.
title chasing team
Why not? Is it
as a
not
number one
Ortega
keeper?
who gave City their league 2 seasons ago? Was Ortega? The same Ortega we don't know. The one that gave them that league now, I forgotten Man City versus Spurs. That
Spurs.
67 minutes save. One on one with Son. The normal the Son doesn't meet one on one. You know, so this guy can step up. Trafford
No,
is and it
no,
was
no,
as
no.
let's not forget
Let's not pretend we don't know what happened.
that Son gave the
What
ball away.
what do you mean Son does
He
not?
said I prefer to die than to score.
Son never wanted to score that. In fact, if I was in goal, I would catch
I will
that
shoot it
ball.
to throw it.
Yeah. So let's not give
Okay, yeah,
credit where
let's if you
let's
want
not give
to
credit where it's not due. You understand?
if
Well,
you
I
want to give
I
all
think
those
Trafford
assertions, that's fine. But
I
Trafford is
think
a good
Trafford is a
keeper.
good keeper, but I
And he
don't
was at
think
City
he's
before, don't
ready.
forget. This is not the first time, you know. He was an ex-City player. You know, he
Yes,
knows
yes,
some decent fundamentals of what's required of him.
definitely. I
And I
just
don't
think it's
see.
too
So
early for
is
him
your
to be a
problem
number
that he's
one.
coming from a championship team to a title
He's too
chasing
young.
team?
He's too
Is it
young.
the
That's my
age
problem.
or the experience?
Yeah,
What do you mean by
yeah. He's too young. He's too young.
how young do you have to be, or how old do you have to be as a
How old
keeper
is he?
before
Is he
you
not
say
20, 23 or 20? How old
how
is
is that
Trafford?
young? How is that now young?
No, no, no. He's too
Uh,
young. He's too
I
young.
don't
I
think it's too
think
young. And then again, he has experienced people that are, that are surrounding him in the club. So he's very, very good. He's very, very okay. So
well,
in 2 years, he'll be 23 this year. So I think that's good enough for any goalkeeper. You have younger defenders that are 20. How old was
no,
Saliba when he
but
started playing for Arsenal? You
I
know,
understand
so
that. But
yeah,
for a goal,
he'll do well.
like we don't normally see 23-year-olds leading the line, at title chasing teams. Like I'm trying to think back to say, okay, where have we seen a really, really young goalkeeper?
Young
And I
keeper,
can't
yeah.
I can't think of any. When did De Gea come to United? Was it He was quite young, but then he needed like 2 or 3 seasons to get himself.
Even throughout all the years at United, he still had one blunder or the
Exactly.
other.
So
Back
to
to back
to
blunder.
me, the age is a problem to me because a goalkeeper is like one of like you need experience, like you need serious, serious experience when you're going for the league. But anyway, I can't really question Pep because if that's what he wants to do, he knows what he
But
has
speaking
said.
generally about City transfers, I think they've oversubscribed their round. What that means here is I don't know how I don't know how Pep wants to arrange that his team because they're struggling to even sell their players. I don't know how he wants to arrange that his team when everybody fully fits. You know, I think in every position he has like almost three fantastic players for every position.
And he was the one
And
saying he doesn't want
it does a
a
bloated
bloated
squad,
squad.
but every
Yeah,
day he's
yeah.
building bloated squad. You know, so they've done a lot. You know, they've done a lot. I don't know how it's gonna pan out. I really don't know how it's gonna pan out. But transfer wise, they've gotten some very, very good players on paper. Very, very good players on paper. The only position that might need a little bit of strengthening is their right back. I think just Rico Lewis they have there, and he didn't play large of last season, and he doesn't really have that physicality. He's also a very decent player too, very very good player. I'll stay above average
I
so
think
far.
Diaz can play there as well.
Right back, no?
Yeah.
Diaz,
He can
right? I've
play
never
right
sat.
and left. He can play right and left back as
Okay,
well.
well, we Pep, anybody can play anywhere sometimes. The guy
Yeah.
knows how, but there's no like out and out right back that we know at City. Rico Lewis was formerly, I think, in the midfield and he drafted him to the right back. But Pep knows how to do his thing and turn people around. Yeah. But aside that, I think every other position, they have like very, very good players there.
Yeah, like you
So that's
said,
why they've been quiet in the transfer window.
on paper, I think they've they've brought in really, really good players. But I'm still not really convinced about that City team. I don't like on paper, yes, but I don't know. I don't just get that fear factor about City anymore. I think to me, I think they should have let Pep go last season. I think Pep have has overstayed his welcome at City, and this season, I'm making a prediction now. Yeah, this season will not be good for Pep. I'm telling you, those signings, I don't think they are going to do much better than what they did last season. I just think winning the league 4 times, winning the treble, I think Pep needs a new challenge. He needs something new altogether. Continuing at City, he's just going to like he's going to get a really really terrible season like Klopp did before he left, and maybe that's when it will dawn on him that man, you guys leave this place. But I'm
Yeah.
not convinced. I'm not convinced with City at all. Foden is a shadow of himself. I watched him at the Club World Cup. It doesn't look like he's getting himself back anytime soon. They've lost KDB. KDB was the engine room of that team. He was a nucleus. He was everything. I don't think you can replace that. I don't think. And then Rodri, fine. Rodri is back, but we don't know what that injury has done to him. We don't know how he's going to cope with that. And then KDB is gone. KDB is gone. KDB was doing a lot of work in that midfield. You understand? So, and then their new captain, Bernardo Silva, he's not like he's on his way down. Like he's gotten to his peak. He's on his way down. So I there's no one I can really pick out and say, okay, this is going to be the standout guy in that team. What's his name? The guy from Leon. Is he Shaki?
Yeah, check it.
Yeah, Cherky. He's a good player. He's a very young player, but he's a hot head as well. But I think he's going to be in for a rude awakening because he's already saying he's going to deal with United. He wants to kill United. Like,
Because what did you to him in Europa
eh,
League in semi-final?
yeah, he doesn't understand where he doesn't know he's in the Premier League. So I'm not really scared of City to be honest. In a nutshell, I'm not scared of City at all. But I can be wrong. It's Pep. So there's I saw a Here We Go the other day as well. I wanted us to talk about Henderson to Brentford
Hmm.
from Ajax. What do you think about that signing?
Then there's nothing much to think about that signing. I think Henderson
First of
just
all,
just
do you
wants to
think
play.
Brentford will be staying up this season?
If they let Wissa go, they have some decent players. They still have Shad, or how do you pronounce his name? Yeah, they still have Shad. They still have Wissa there. They've lost their captain. They've lost Notgard. Um,
Mbeumo,
I guess Mbeumo had left. I guess this guy's Henderson is sort of replacing
no
Notgard.
God,
Yeah, I don't know who they want to use to replace Mbeumo, but they have 75 million in the bank now, so they can do and undo. I'm hearing Tottenham is going after Wissa. I don't know how true that is. But you know, they should likely stay up. They might not be the same Brentford of before, where when the big teams are meeting them, Brentford give you a run for your money and things like that. But I think they should stay up. They will stay up. They have a decent team to stay up. And they still have that decent, they have their back line. They still have their they've lost their keeper also. Wow, that's true. Keeper has gone to Leverkusen. Flecken.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Wow. So a lot of things being shaken up, they lost their coach at the same time. Well,
exactly.
they might struggle, but you know, so we see they're not the worst club in EPL, if I've been honest. And they have a lot of we have other clubs that are like, perform worse than them.
Yeah,
Yeah, but I think they should
but
stay
I
up.
agree. I agree with you. I think they will struggle, but they have enough. They have enough to stay up. Like
Mm.
maybe not mid table, maybe further down the table, because you can't take Mbeumo out of that team, Norgard, Flecken, and then the manager and
Mm.
expect magic.
But they've
So
made a lot of money. They've made over 100 million then
yeah, yeah.
in
It
transfers.
depends.
Yeah.
It depends on their recruitment and
Yeah.
how they
It's hard
place
to
it.
invest it back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think generally they should have enough. They should have enough to stay up. And talking
Mm.
about Henderson, I think that's a really really good buy. I think it's an upgrade on Norgard, if you ask me, because that's a Premier League winner, a Champions League winner, an
But this is not the
experience.
Henderson, This Henderson is
Uh,
way, way faded.
no, but
That Ajax, it wasn't all that. So
he's still
it's
he's still a
faded.
very he's still a very very experienced player, and he's still, don't forget, he's still in the England team. He was called up the last time by Tuchel. So it's they've gotten themselves a really really experienced player who knows the Premier League in and out. And I think that's, if that's the trajectory they are going towards, I think they might stay up, because that's a very good buy, if you ask me. They should just make him their captain. He should just come in as a captain, because he will come in as a leader in the team anyway. So a former Liverpool captain. So there's nothing to there's not much argument there. So uh I, I forgot to mention Chelsea. I saw a rumor. I don't know if there's any substance to this. Renato Vega going to Atletico Madrid, and they are quoting about 45, 45
40,
million
45
euros.
million.
Bro, I
Chelsea will
see.
be
Yeah,
arrested.
I
I said,
truly, I
they'll be
truly don't
arrested.
understand. I truly don't understand how Chelsea does this, but
They'll be
I was,
arrested.
I was,
Mm.
I was really happy to see that. Not like I'm happy to see him go, because I like him as a player, but I don't think there's space for him. We will need that extra cash. So I was happy about that. So now let's come to the meat and bones of the of everything. Arsenal FC, what's going on? Jokeres, we've had almost here we go, and then we've had almost here we go, and then we've had,
Oh,
okay, the base fee has been accepted. Now it's add-ons. What's going on? Like, what's happening?
Arsenal is a joke. The club is in shambles. And if the guys at the helm of this club know what they're doing, they would let everybody in that recruitment department, anybody that is involved in negotiations and a manager, they should all lose their jobs. If they know what, because this notorious behavior has been with Arsenal since time memorial. This is the same rubbish they did to Suarez a couple of years ago, where they
Yeah,
went to bid 40 million plus one.
40 million and
You
£1.
know, yeah, 140 million plus yeah, £1. You know the value of a player. You know what the club is saying they want to sell it. You know you need that player. I need the player more than the club wants to sell. Why are you wasting our time? Why are you wasting your time? Precision, the guys that left for precision on Friday, it would have been a logical thing to ensure your striker, the only striker you have, joins with the team during
Yeah,
preseason and see how
very
you can,
important.
gel with the team. These guys have been chasing the striker since January. Until now, we're getting towards the end of July, and you still don't have a striker. But you know how to buy 59 goalkeepers 27 centre backs, 12 left back, and 12 right back. I mean, a joke to you, Ateta. What is your problem? Tell me why Ateta has not lost his job. As a reasonable coach, the moment the transfer window opened, the first thing you should have said is get me my striker
Your
first.
priority, your top priority.
That's
Yeah.
my first priority is getting a striker. I lost the league last season because I didn't have a striker. Or I lost the Champions League last season because I didn't have a striker. I played for almost 20 matches without a striker last season. We got a lot of good balls into the final third, into box 18, into box 9, or whatever it is. There was nobody there to just have that touch to score. But you wanted to start the season. What do you do first? You got a keeper. Oh, I'm not done yet. You got a center back.
A
I'm not done
midfielder.
yet. I got a DM again. I'm not done yet. I got a second DM again. I'm not done yet. I got a winger from Mandem. What's going on? You've made 5 signings. You've not solved your biggest problem.
Yeah,
So,
it's
and
this
the, and the,
this
you know the
Arsenal issue.
stupid thing with Arsenal, it is penny once, pounds foolish. They did the same thing. They even did the same thing in contracts. That's how they lost Ashley Cole over £5,000 or thereabouts. That is the same way they lost Flamini back then during negotiations. £5,000
Yeah,
also.
yeah,
And you are dragging Gokore's deal for a player that is openly saying, I want to play for you.
yeah, yeah.
I will give up €2 million for my salary to make the deal happen.
And even the agent has given up his agent fees. Can you
The
even imagine?
agent has scratched the agent's fees also. The Arsenal just make the deal happen.
Yeah,
Let's all go
yeah,
home and let's sing.
yeah. Now,
But the club is saying, I'm the wisest on the planet. I want to save
if
two
I was
million. I
your
want to save 2 million. What
carers,
does that
if I
mean?
was your carers, I would be angry if I
I'll
was
be
your
pissed
carers
off. I'll be disappointed at the
because
club.
yeah, yeah, I'll be disappointed because like how what else do you want?
They want to save
What
3 million,
else?
4 million.
Yeah, yeah.
And,
What
and, let,
else
and
do
let me
you
tell you
want?
something. This stupid club, this Arsenal is a very stupid club. Why I'm calling them a very stupid club is with all this money that they're saving, it's not as if they want to go and channel the money somewhere and go and buy a world-class attacker again. Just watch Ateta. He will tell you he needs a third choice keeper. Then after that, he will say something like, "Oh, we couldn't find better players in the market at the
Yeah,
close
yeah,
this summer," and they will tell you Jesus is coming back, Jesus is coming back, Havertz has
yeah,
gotten bulkier. He
yeah.
now knows how to hit the ball. Maybe
Mado
just a
case
joke.
here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Mandem is here. He knows what to do. What's all this?
yeah. To be fair, I banter aside, I can't even understand Ateta.
The club is a
I
joke. It's a
I
joke.
really well. I put the blame on Ateta because
It's on Ateta.
you've been so close for how many seasons now? You've been second like
Twice. We've
twice.
been second three
So
times. So close
yeah,
twice. You were
like
close to
you just
Champions League
need
final also.
you just
It's
need
just
that extra. You just need that
the blind can
extra.
see it. The deaf can
So
hear it.
so why
Everybody
not
knows
go
what to
all
do.
out? And
Simple.
we are not talking about just any player here. We are talking about one of the top strikers in the world right now.
As in,
I think last season, apart from Mbappe, there was nobody. In fact, I think they downgraded his goals because he's in
yeah, by
Portugal.
1.5 because of
E-
divided by 1.5 or
Exactly. So
thereabout.
we are not talking about any rubbish player here. We are talking about top quality, and that's where I don't blame Sporting because they have to get the value for their
Yeah,
player. You
exactly.
understand? You can't. They are not playing hardball.
So there's one thing I
They
want to
have to
even
get the
say,
value of their
Belma.
player.
If you think Gyökeres is not what that amount that Sporting is calling, then leave him. Then go
Yeah,
somewhere else, right?
don't mess with
You've
the
used the
guy's
past
head.
six.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
They didn't even start with Gyökeres, they started with Sheshko. They said Ateta have been chasing Sheshko for the past 2 years. Okay.
Yeah.
Leipzig said bring in the 5 million. You said no. And you
He
left.
ran away.
You now went to Gyökeres. They said, okay, this one is cheaper.
Yeah, yeah.
Arsenal said, no, we're
And the
not
boy
paying.
has
So
put
what is it?
all his eggs. He has put all his eggs in
Exactly.
Arsenal. Yeah, yeah. So
Exactly.
he would look stupid going somewhere else now. Like he would be
It's
like
just like
so
the case of Modric, and we're gonna start taking cocaine.
exactly. So I think Arsenal should get that done very quick. Like they should meet them
You,
halfway.
you know why? You know why the team is even scary? I think at the moment nobody knows what's going on. As at last week Saturday or Sunday, when Fabrizio that we all rely on said, this is the first time I was
Almost
even hearing. This is the first time I was hearing
almost
anything
here
like,
we
oh
go.
wait, That's why the club was a joke.
I've never heard
Typically,
that before. I've
I've
never heard
never.
that before.
So
I
Fabrizio
say
don't know the way
almost
to
here
do
we
it.
go.
Typically, if it was a serious club, Fabrizio would have said, "Here we go." I know they will sort it out
Yeah,
with
yeah,
Arnold.
yeah,
The
yeah,
guy said, "I
yeah.
don't trust Arsenal.
It's a,
Let me use almost."
he said not my hand, not
Then,
be my hand on our one for.
exactly. Then 1 week later, he now tweeted again today. After he had made so many tweets during the week, just rewording his words and rephrasing his words. Today he
Yeah,
came again
yeah.
and said, "Fully focus on Arsenal."
This whole thing should have been wrapped up like a month ago. Like that guy should be training now with the team. You know, that guy should be getting to know his teammates and all that. I
And
really don't
EPL is
understand.
starting in 3 weeks.
Yeah.
In three
And
weeks.
then
It's not
and
August
then
16th
you
or
guys,
17th.
yeah, you guys are in for AZ as well. So they said.
Forget, see, at that time, no, see. What
So
I know,
if
if we
if
get a
if you are
striker,
dragging
that's the
if you are
last
dragging for your cares, what's going to
that
happen
is
for AZ? Because
the Ateta
Crystal
I
Palace
know.
will not let him go easily.
They can't let him go easily. If you're not
Yeah,
paying that buyout clause, just go and sit down. 68
they won't
million,
let him
just
go
go and
easily.
rest.
Yeah, 68
You
million
know, just
pounds. No,
pounds.
no add-ons, no
No
rubbish.
add-ons, just pay your money or
No Klarna,
I'll carry your problem and
no
no
Klarna
plan, no
pays.
buy
So
now.
just full 68 million. So I trust Palace with that. So
Ah,
if they are stalling on your careers, I really can't see that easy thing happening, to
you
be
know,
fair.
I don't see any high profile player happening. If I don't even know if that striker is gonna happen. And if I was Arsenal and you know you didn't have the budget, just go and buy Watkins. Down to 35 million or 40 million. Collect Watkins and move on with your life. You know, it will come cheap. The boy is already 30 now, you know, not you can give 1 or 2 good
Yeah.
seasons. When you have your money and you have your actual, go back to Cesco or whatever you want to go and get. Because you are not serious. The club is not just a serious club. I don't even know why
And
people have not lost, heads are not rolling as at now.
and then the wishful thinking of getting Rodrigo, I think that one is out of the realm.
Everybody, it was a joke now. Everybody, you
Yeah.
cannot guess. He got crazy over the lines. But you go that earns
Rodrigo. But
120,000 pounds
yeah,
weekly.
but on the bright side, you already have a here we go for Mosquera. Uh
What is all that now? See,
that's
please, I'm not here to be mocked.
that's
I don't have the energy to be mocked.
that's that's done and
You know
dusted.
what I've said there? When you look at the coach and you want to know how serious the coach is, the kind of signings that they make. When Ateta wants to buy all those his goalkeepers, all those his defenders, the way they move swiftly, or any useless attacker, the way they
Yeah.
move swiftly, you'll be like, is this
Quick,
Arsenal?
here we go.
What?
Yeah.
We are- But once it has come, okay, we need this winger or we need this striker. Oh no. They will not start turning around, turning around, turning around. Like, what's the problem, Ateta? This guy has bought 7 goal. Who buys 7 goalkeepers in 5 years? Who does that?
Chelsea.
Buy 7 good unless they're just and it just I mean to make money, you guys are overcrowded, there's no understand.
Yeah.
The guy is just something else. Even the Mosquera, let me paint the picture, yeah. As at when we made our first engagement with Gyökeres, Liverpool were not even looking for a striker.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is almost 2 months after. We don't have a
They've
striker.
got
Liverpool are done
they've
here, we go for
yeah.
Ekitike.
Yeah.
That's a serious club.
Well,
You know what you want. You go after it.
I,
They made the first bid. Frankfurt said it's not enough. Get me this. And
yeah.
they went. Boom, we move on.
Yeah. No time to waste because even
No
looking at the
time.
Newcastle issue, they approach Newcastle. Look, we want
Yes,
Isak.
now.
Are
This
you
is what we
selling?
have.
Yeah. Are you selling or no? No, or move ahead.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah. No,
No, move
no
on.
time to
That
waste.
is clean,
Yeah.
clean.
Yeah. So
Yeah, good, good.
now that let's end this thing on Arsenal on a positive note. Now that I understood your reservations on one of your latest signings, Noni Madueke, but now that he has the Arsenal shirt on, how are you feeling? Does he have your support? Well, you have no choice anyway. But
No, I
are you
okay.
feeling? Are you feeling? Are you feeling a bit better now? Because you know why I asked. I've been looking at the Arsenal community online since they announced him. It's been like they've been saying, okay, he's good on the ball. Is this, is this. They've been highlighting his positive attributes. So I think a lot of Arsenal fans have accepted it. And so is it the same for you? Have you is it are you on board the Noni train now?
So the season has not started, yeah. So I can't say he has my support yet. He has my support when we close the transfer window. And I know we're not bringing anybody again as a starter in the left wing. Then I can say, oh, I have no choice. I'll support him for the next 6 months, January window again. If I start bashing
Yeah.
at that to go
Because
and get me a
if he's
replacement.
wearing the shirt, if he's wearing the shirt, you have no choice.
Everybody is wearing the shirt. You know how many Arsenal players are now people are wearing Chelsea shirts. You have over 91 players in your squad.
Yeah, you have to support your players. Yeah.
Why are you not supporting all of them, please? So that's why I said, I'm not gonna say we got a very fantastic deal. It was not a good deal. I've vented on this podcast before, very, very disappointed, splash of 50 million just like that for God knows what. I really hope he's coming as a backup. If he's coming as a backup, I'm mad that we spent 50 million on that type of backup, but I'm not too mad, because he's not gonna be starting for me. But if he
And his
didn't
squad
start,
depth as well.
yeah, if he didn't start, I tell him that's my first left winger. Have a problem because it's not better than the other two guys that are there. Him and Martinelli, they're same side of same coin, no difference.
Yeah.
Trossard, even a better finisher than both of them, just have
It's
speed over
better.
him, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, So why that guy spent 50? So I would have taken that money, added it to Gokeres money, and I would have consigned Gokeres since,
Yeah. Yeah.
or taking the
And
money
then
and
add a little on top, you
I
get
get
easy as
easy.
well.
Simple.
Yeah.
So that would have been a logical thing. That's why I say I'm still very, very pissed. It's not a and at the time, he's not in a position to buy any player for a project of, I expect him to deliver in 2 years. Any is Ateta's last lap, even his last lifeline. Any player Ateta he should be buying now should be an instant impact. I don't, and that is why when he didn't go after Sesko, everybody understood. Sesko might come and we hear things like, oh, he's young, give him 2 years. We don't have 2 years. We have next season or get out with Ateta.
So
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 that is kind of signing we needed. Instant
yeah.
impact.
Yeah. So do you think Arsenal are are operating with a wrong model then? What I mean
Yeah,
is,
they don't have a model. That's
well,
what
no,
they,
no, what I mean is, should Ateta be a coach rather than a manager? At Chelsea, we do not buy players for managers. We buy players for the club. You know, we buy players that the manager might not even know. We just say, look, take this. This
I
is
know how
it,
to
and
figure it out.
it's the same at Madrid as well, at Barca, at some big clubs. They scout players, they look at players, and they buy players. When the opportunity comes, they buy a good player, or they just go for certain players too, as in for the team, not specifically for the manager, because we all know that the manager could be sacked tomorrow. Yeah. And then so do you think Arsenal is operating a wrong model in that sense that they are actually working with Arteta to bring in who he wants rather than signing players for the team, for the club, to say, okay, you know what, these are the players you have, work with them. So rather than be a manager, you are a coach, because that's what Maresca is. Maresca is a coach. He's a head coach. He's not involved. He's not fully involved in our recruitment. You understand what I'm saying? So I
Mhm.
think I think if you guys have that model at Arsenal, it will suit you better because you won't be held hostage by any stupid manager. You understand? You would
Yeah, so
like
unfortunately, I hear you, and that would have been a good idea if we had a club that had an idea of what football is all about. Arsenal Football Club is as clueless as it is when it comes to football. The only time where they decided I wanted to go all out, like I wanted to go all out and buy an expensive player without getting a manager's input, guess who we got? We got Pepe for £72 million. That's who we got. So is that the same club I want to put in my hopes that he should not carry the manager? We had Emery did not want him. Emery, Pepe was not Emery's choice. He
yeah.
was going for Zaha, I think, if I remember clearly.
He
Then
wanted Zaha, yeah.
he wanted Zaha right from day 1. And the club said, no, we think Pepe is better. That guy that came from Barca That other guy, that's director of football that came from Barca, that guy that does deals a lot.
Yeah,
Then his brother came from Dortmund to that ahead. All of them went and the club took decisions. So it just shows that whichever side of the coin, they are both clueless. That's just it. If that's what the club has shown me in the past that see, once I take charge, I get you good players. Then I'll be like, okay, let's go after it. The time you
yeah,
spend the biggest, the club was the one that was behind it. And they said did rubbish. So that's why I said both the club and the coaches, they're clueless. It's just unfortunate that which we had. I wish we were spending this kind of money in days of Arsene Wenger, when Arsene Wenger knew how to identify good players. But back then, they also could not afford those good players. So Arsene Wenger will scout, Man we buy. Or he scout, Chelsea will buy on his behalf. I think because that's not going to buy it.
yeah. Because we had so many stories of
Oh,
oh, we
yeah.
were in for
He was
Zlatan,
always the
we were
first,
in
and he
for yeah,
said,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
we're building a stadium, we cannot afford them, we're building a
yeah,
stadium,
yeah,
So I have no problem with letting the coach, identify the players. But once you know that's the model you are running, and your coach is also not that good, then get a coach that know how to identify good players. Simple. Since Ateta has joined the club, I can't point at one attacker that I'm saying I'm very, very excited that Ateta that spotted this person and we know the person. The only attacker Ateta has bought that was good, but we all knew him already was Odegaard. Every other attacker that Ateta has had a hand in has been, if there's any word that can describe
yeah.
something as a failure,
It's
that's
been
exactly
very
what he's
poor.
been a poor in getting attackers.
Yeah, it's been very
So
poor. But I want us to end this on a positive
yeah,
note.
I think we've
Uh,
taken a lot of time.
yeah, 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 yeah. I want us to end this on a positive note, and that is Ethan Waneri signing a new contract. That must be that must be no,
That
no, come
guy
on, come on, that's
is
that's a positive.
freaking overhyped. I don't
Oh
what
God.
you tell me what so God
Oh
of Nazareth. So one thing I tell people, yeah, unfortunately, I'm not one of the Arsenal fans that I look at stats. I think he scored 9 goals last season in our competition thereabout, and everybody's shouting. We've seen players like this come through us. Now, I remember there was one player where we had a manager, Thomas. He came from, I think he's in prison now, safe. I think he's in prison now. He was scoring all the goals. They said Obi Chudi was him, but the other one that went to Man U last season, that he was the next
yeah,
Thierry
yeah.
Henry.
No,
We,
you've
we
had
saw
you've had you have
we
you've had
saw
some good
Mario
players,
Hutchison
Chuba
that
Akpom,
Chuba
and the
Akpom that
rest of
was
them.
disturbing
Yeah,
the whole world one time. He's not Ajax, or where has he gone to Olympiacos, or where is he now? We had Mario Hutchison that went to Chelsea, and they said he was going to light up the whole place. He's in relegation, back
yes,
in Championship where he belongs.
yeah.
So all these guys, they don't. Nwaneri is okay. Like he's okay. If the guy was in La Masia, nobody will hear about him. Nobody will turn back and say, who is he? He had not done anything out of the ordinary. He scored some goals here and there, but the time he was given a run of game, he played like almost 30 games last season. The time he was given like a run of games, he didn't impress. He didn't impress me. It's not. I'm glad he signed the contract, but the force around the contract was not worth it. There was a time where I heard he was saying, he must be giving
They
more game
wanted
time. Who the hell are
guarantees.
you? Who's guarantee? Which club? Even in championship, you might not start in most of those clubs there. What guarantee? Later, they're not promising that we get more central role. If you are too lazy to track back, get out of my club. The guy cannot hold the ball to save his life. He can't beat his man on a good day. Once you lose the ball, he can't track back. What else? What are you 18 years going to
No,
19?
no,
What are you doing?
no, Dami,
He's a decent
I
player, but he's not worth the hype. If
I
if you are
disagree
talking
with
about
you.
a player, see,
No,
you cannot disagree with me about my own club,
no,
unfortunately.
no,
If you are
no, no,
talking about a
no, no,
player that
no,
wants
no.
to
I
reach
disagree with
closer,
you. I think
okay,
I
tell
think
me the
Ethan.
only
I
thing.
think
Let me
Ethan is
tell you
a.
a good thing about
I think
Ethan.
he's a
Let me tell you.
quality. I think he's a quality player. No, no, no.
Let me tell you the good thing about Ethan. Because I'm a very, very unbiased Arsenal fan. I say the truth. Even if sometimes I try to be criticizing people a little bit harshly. He knows where the back of the net is. If you
Yeah,
give
he's a
Ethan
clinical.
that
He's a
space,
clinical guy.
yes, if
Yeah.
you give him that space, he will shoot. But unfortunately, the difference between an Ethan when he was on the wing and a Robin. Robin is, you know what I want to do. You cannot stop me. I will move the ball to my left and I will find the space and I will shoot. Ethan is, you know what I want to do. But if you are good enough, you will stop me. If you don't stop me, I will score. That's the difference. But then again, people keep giving excuses. He's just 18. He
He's
has a
still
lot to
young.
learn.
Exactly. That's
He's
what I
still
wanted
young.
to say. He's still a young. He's still a
So that's
young
now the
guy.
fallback conversation that he's still young. But he should also remember he's just a team. He has a lot to learn.
Yeah.
I'm not be telling my club that they should guarantee him more game time. Who are
Yeah,
you to
but
guarantee more?
but
Even
but it
my
was
Kelly cannot tell us that.
yeah,
That was my
but
best young player. We
it
didn't have
was
to drag
it's
anything with contract renewal.
yeah, it was but all the same, it's positive news that he has signed a new deal because
Oh yes,
if he
it's
didn't
positive news. But the better
if he
news for me,
didn't
if you were telling
sign
me
if
about
he didn't
Skelly.
sign, you guys would be going crazy as well if he didn't sign.
We lost players like that. We lost Hutchison too now. Mario Hutchison went to Chelsea now. He didn't die. Obi was that. Arteta even had a couple of one-on-ones with Obi. He said no. He went to Man U. Same thing with Heaven. He went to Man U. What I did today, it will be fine. You've not proved yourself, and you're coming to. If I had lost Skelly, because Lewis Skelly has come in, he has shown
Yeah,
that see, I
yeah,
belong
yeah.
here. The guy you
Quality,
paid for
yeah.
the 2 million for, I will bench him.
I bench, yes, yes, yes.
If I love because we've seen it against Man City. So let's not, there are players that I will lose and I will cry over. The players you lose, I'll be like, we'll move. One of those players that
Well,
if you lose, I'll be like, well, okay, we'll move.
on that note, I think we are going to end it here. Thank you, Dami,
Thanks.
for yeah, we've easily done like over an hour and a half. And so let's uh let's call it a day here. And thank you guys for watching and staying with us. If you haven't already, please, please, please subscribe, like this video, share this video, comment, tell us what you think, give us your arguments, tell us what you think about these players and what we've said here today. And let's build this round letter community here on YouTube. And with that being said, till next time, take care.
Yeah, thank you.